Hi everyone, Joe for JaspysCaseBreaks.com coming at you with 2024 Bowman Draft Baseball Jumbo Edition 8-box. Pick your team number 3. Finally selling it out. I know a lot of people have been waiting almost a week for this break to fill. It's been marinating on the site for a while. I appreciate everybody working on it and finally getting it done tonight. A lot of you won spots, won teams in that update filler pack number 11. Some of you won extra spots and then got a team. Matthew with the Nationals Last Spot Mojo. Thanks for your patience, Matthew, and everybody in this break who bought spots straight up, especially when it first dropped. All right. There it is. Bowman Draft Jumbo. 8 boxes. I don't think we have any more of this in the store either. Bowman Draft Jumbos. Like we might have some super jumbo left over somewhere that maybe Instagram's working on personal breaks there, but for the most part, we're done. But we'll see if we can keep your eye on the site. We never know when we'll re-up on that jumbo. Empty box. Stack a bunch of boxes over there. So the jumbo, we're looking at 3 autos a box on average. Looking for the guys on the box basically. All card chip, including the paper. So any of the prospects that you were looking at that you think are going to be future stars, yeah, everything will ship to you. So don't worry. And good luck, everybody. Is there any baseball news happening here? Nothing too crazy. Rangers re-signed Nate Eovaldi. It does sound like that once Juan Soto was snapped up for that gigantic contract by the Mets, it looks like the free agent floodgates are opening up a little bit. Yankees re-signing Jonathan Loaizaga. Red Sox still looking for pitching even after the Garrett Crochet deal. Rangers, did I already say this? Rangers re-signed Nate Eovaldi. Rays signed Danny Jansen. Rangers got Jake Berger. So a lot of little deals kind of on the fringes happening. Nolan Arenado willing to approve trades to 6 different teams, etc., etc. Red Sox preparing offer to Corbin Burns. So yeah, the Corbin Burns might be the next big domino to fall. Hopefully, for my Dodgers anyway, I'm looking forward to seeing the Dodgers re-sign Teoscar Hernandez. I think other teams are bidding on him as well. I think that his agent is doing their due diligence, but it seems like, unless there's an offer that there's like a Godfather offer for Teoscar Hernandez that he almost has to take because it's such a big overpay. Unless that happens, I think the Dodgers will hopefully figure it out. I don't think anything's sold out at the moment, so we don't have to. Ooh, nice start. Jack Caglione, 150 out of 199. Aqua Lava for the Kansas City Royals. Matthew won the Royals in the filler and gets rewarded right off the bat. That's what's been marinating in this case. Your 6th overall pick, I think, is already making a lot of top 10 prospect lists. I mean, could be, can pitch and hit. Some decent penmanship too. You like seeing that when you're chasing these top prospects. So that's a great start. Do an autograph recap at the end too. But yeah, at the moment, I was gonna say I don't see anything. Don't just see one order coming in. So maybe we don't have to rush through this break. Here's Griffin Herring, 137 out of 150 for the Yankees. It's gonna go to Kevin M. and the Yanks. I like these in tune inserts there. And our next auto is Dante Nori. It's going to be for the Fightin' Phils. That's going to go to John Powell and the Phillies. It's their first round pick, late first round. Joenry Vargas. Paper, 351 out of 499 for my Dodgers. That's going to go to Vipple. We've got Drew Beam, not numbered. Here's a Travis Bazzana paper. Let's look out for numbered cards of his. Hey, no worries, David. Thanks for getting in. I wish I was a team instead, but here's Connor Foley, 89 out of 99. And another Bazzana. Nice, thanks, David. It's a decent hat. I got one of those at home. All right, another Bazzana for Zach Sullivan with the Guardians. Connor Foley's going to go to Kevin and the Diamondbacks. There's a die cut Hagen Smith. I think those die cuts can be autographed. It's possible. We got Cam Smith, yellow, 56 out of 75. Sure is, John. Sure is. That was the only one on the site. That's the one we're doing. We're just almost completing the first box. So you're just in time. Remember, ladies and gentlemen, we do have the break schedule pinned in the chat. I try to keep that pinned in the chat all the time. So just in case I've stepped away or whatever, you'll always know what's going on at whatever moment. That's a helpful resource if you want to take advantage of that. Here's Arjun Nimala. Here's another Jack Caglione paper. And there's our third autograph. That's Ethan Scheifelbein. Tigers, that's going to be for Paul. Nice. I don't know, actually. Well, I don't think let's... No, I just see your order for the Phillies. Looks like you didn't get an extra team, unfortunately, but I appreciate you helping us out on that. All right, once again, I'll do an autograph recap at the end of this as well. I guess it's a good time to do some public service announcements while I'm ripping open the next box. If you want to keep track of the top 100 prospects, there's that right there. Don't forget to sign up for our text messages. Some of you took advantage of the discounts from those text messages yesterday. Don't miss out on the next one. You can get some Jaspy gift cards, maybe hint to your friends or family that you want maybe a Jaspy gift card for Christmas. And always make sure you're watching live. Always double check that. Sometimes I've gotten feedback where someone's like, dude, why were you ignoring me the other night? But then I realized I was lagging behind. Then I realized that I was like 5 minutes behind. Here I was thinking you were just ignoring my question. I was like, no, man, I answered it as soon as it was in the chat. All right, next box. Yes, towards 1 pack of Topps Chrome Update. That's what the entry fee for that pack was, for 1 pack of Update and a chance to win teams. 16 people won teams, and some people won $500 teams just for a fraction of the price. I'm pretty sure we posted that video of that pack if you want to take a look at the results of that randomizer. Yeah, it is a risk, but I think a lot of people like taking the risk because they're like, hey, if I could spend $100 and try to get the $500 Royals or the $550 Guardians or the $250 whatever teams, you know, for a lot of people it's worth it. It's just a different level of risk. Not too often you're going to find someone who's just going to be like, you know what, I'm just going to get the Guardian straight up for $600. So that's why we do like those fillers, and people try to win their way in. It is a different level of risk. That's all these group breaks are. It's what's your acceptable level of risk. For some people, they're like, you know what? I'd rather just get those big teams straight up and see what happens. For some, they'd rather take a chance on those fillers. Here's our first autograph of this box. That's Ty Southenson. That's for the Cubs. That's going to be for Nancy, who won her way into this break. Got the Cubs. We got Gage Zeals, 47 out of 499 for Kevin and the Yankees, some paper. My Niners -3 is not looking good. Could use a touchdown here. We got Jonathan Stantucci, 20 out of 100. That steel metal parallel that they have. It's pretty nice. Mets, James with the Metropolitans. Yeah, always feel free, you know, to ask whoever is hosting the show at any given night here on our channel. You know, always feel free to ask for clarifications. Everyone was a new breaker at some point in their lives, so they all had the same questions too. Emil Morales will go to my Dodgers. That's going to be for Vipple. Speaking of fillers, we got similar concept going on with Gilded. That's a 5-team giveaway in that Prism multi-pack. We're down to 20 on that, actually. So, looks like a handful of people buying spots. That sells out a 2-box break of Gilded from a fresh case. Here's Tyson Neighbors. 301 out of 499. Won't you be, please won't you be my neighbors? That's going to be for Robert Runkle and the Padres. Got the Padres straight up. I do, John. I'll do an autograph recap after this at the end of the video. Yeah, this is an hour plus break. I don't think we're gonna force everyone to watch that video for their hits. We try to make it somewhat easy for you guys. Yeah, pretty much any break that's over like 30 or 40 minutes, we'll do a recap. Anything shorter than that, we may not. But any break that's over 30, 40 minutes, especially if there's a lot of base that or a lot of packs that we're flipping through to get to hits. Yeah, we'll always do a recap at the end of the vid. So if you're in the future watching the replay of this video, you can skip to the end. If you're watching live right now, you're stuck with me. There's Drew Beam for the Royals. That's going to be for Matthew. All right, so those are 3 autographs. Next box. Oh no. Yeah, my San Francisco -3 definitely in danger here after that red zone interception. Come on, Brock. So I was reading a little bit more about, I don't know how many of you have been reading up on the Juan Soto, how the Mets got Juan Soto kind of thing, but, you know, I guess we really don't know much about Juan Soto, right? Until now. Juan Soto and his father, very close, kind of almost goes around with a memory, big family guy. Right, and before he knows, he's self-aware of his own talents. He knows what that's all about. He knows he was going to get paid big time. So if he was going to park his career at a certain location or a team for the next 10 to 15 years, I think he wanted to know what he's getting into. He wants to know the ownership, what they value, blah blah blah. And then it had occurred to me, and I didn't put this together until I read this article on ESPN. I think a Buster Only article, that the Nats had a chance at him, but remember, they sold the team. So Soto was comfortable with the previous owners that scouted him and drafted him and signed him and all that and brought him up. But then the ownership changed, and he was not comfortable with the new ownership. He didn't know who they were, didn't know their history, didn't know what they were going to do with the team. I think the Nationals could have signed him if the previous ownership was there. So instead, Juan Soto gets traded off to San Diego. And you're thinking, well, why didn't San Diego sign him? I guess there was a little tension between Juan Soto and Manny Machado, but that can always be smoothed over. I think the Padres had a decent shot at signing him, but then the Padres owner passed away. I think Peter Seidler, So it went to like a trust or his children or something like that. So there's a lot of instability there, and who knows what the new ownership's reason for what their goals were going to be. Peter Seidler definitely signed off on a lot of big deals, and encouraged his front office to be aggressive. But this current ownership, you're seeing they're trying to tighten the belt a little bit. So Padres are out. And then Yankees, he was only there for a little bit. And, want to experience free agency. So there you go. Now Steve Cohen comes in with a monster deal, and then pitches him on, the sort of the family nature of the Mets, at least what his ownership is trying to create. So I think one of the sort of storylines that have come out is that Juan Soto, one of the first things he asked during the negotiation was like, hey, can we get a family suite or something like that? Can we do something like that or a family room or something like that? A lot of teams, a lot of NFL teams end up doing that. The Yankees notoriously have not done that. Kind of goes back to them having a bunch of stars and they didn't want to give like Derek Jeter a family suite, like in a box during home games or whatever, but not give some of the other players that. So, they said no, but it was something that was important to Juan Soto. Not the only thing, but that was one of the things. And that's something that Steve Cohen signed off on immediately. Here's Brandon Neely. 69 out of 250 purple chrome autograph for the Red Sox. That's going to go to Darren. So I feel like as time goes on, we'll get a little more stories and wrinkles on like how deep were certain teams in it. What teams had offered or didn't, as the case may be. Obviously, the money is important. So maybe the highest bidder would have always won out. But yeah, it's interesting to see all the fallout from that sweepstakes. I don't think the Dodgers were really in on it. I think they probably knew that the bidding would be way over like $550, $575, $600 million. I think they put in an offer, probably an offer that had a lot of deferrals, had a lot of other things attached to it, maybe more opt-outs and stuff like that. I don't know. I don't think the Dodgers were really in it. I feel like there's another Travis Bazzana, by the way, for Zach Sullivan and the Guardians. I think the Dodgers were always just kind of lurking in case, the market dropped out for whatever reason. If people, owners balked at $700 million and started pulling offers, and maybe the Dodgers could swoop in. But I don't think they were really in on it. Here's Ryan Johnson, 2 out of 10. Nice. Angels. EA with the Halos. It's a nice low-numbered Bowman first card. I like seeing this. Second round pick. But that's sort of the emerging bits of the Juan Soto negotiations. But yeah, I think the thing that jumped out at me was like, yeah, I guess he did go through a couple ownership upheavals that might have made him hesitate about, maybe he valued that a lot more than maybe a lot of us thought. 3 out of 50. Gold Wave autograph, Josh Caron. That's going to be for Seattle, C. Kelly. I guess next big free agent to go down would be Corbin Burns, right? Where does Corbin Burns end up? I think anyone who was not the winners of the Juan Soto sweepstakes are probably looking at him, right? Here's Leo DeVries, purple chrome to 250, 170 out of 250. Padres, that'll be for Robert. For the Guardians, 20 out of 25. Orange paper, Jacob Kozart. Zach Sullivan with the Guardians. And Blake Wright for the Rocks. That's going to go to Jeremy Port. Won that team in the filler. All right, another box. And that gilded filler is now down to 14. So maybe that'll be a break we'll do right after this one. We still got a ways to go here, so appreciate your patience, but let's keep chipping away at it. I guess for the Mets, I'm reading on MLBTradeRumors.com, after the press conference that introduced Juan Soto, he's saying that Steve Cohen, Mets owner Steve Cohen, still engaged with talks with Pete Alonso. Would love to bring Pete back. That kind of makes sense. You know, I always like to say, hey, if you're buying a Ferrari, like Juan Soto, right? Shohei Ohtani, other big free agents, you know, why are you putting crappy brakes or crappy tires on him? Why are you skimping on gasoline, you know? Yeah, they may as well go chase after Corbin Burns, may as well chase after Roki Sasaki, re-sign, you know, Pete Alonso. See, my Dodgers are looking at Roki Sasaki very seriously. I think a lot more seriously than Juan Soto. Maybe sign Tanner Scott back into the bullpen help. You get Teoscar Hernandez. That should be about the business for the Dodgers, unless they stumble into a good deal on a free agent or two. Maybe some trades are in the mix. Rex, what's going on? You found out that a building across from your store, is going to be turned into a sports bar and grill. There's been a ton of restaurants over the years, but nothing has ever made it long. I think this sports bar and grill will do well. Why do you think a sports bar and grill will do well if no other restaurant has done well? What were the other restaurants? And we got Dakota Jordan, 81 out of 150. Blue Wave, Giants, Zach Sullivan won the Giants in the filler. A couple diners and Mexican places. The people didn't run them well for the most part. Yeah, restaurants. You gotta be wired a certain way to have a lot of passion and patience to run anything like that. Food service industry, a bar, like definitely admire the people who do it well, but easy to do it wrong. Here's Samuel Basallo, 16 out of 50. Gold for the O's, Joe Hauer. In Baltimore, here's Travis Bazzana again. Zach Sullivan and the Guardians. There aren't many bars and such around here. Town doesn't have any close ones. About 15 miles away. I guess we'll see if there's a reason why the closest one 15 miles away, or if there's a market for that in your town.
Holiday deal hunting.
It's my birthday.
That's my doorbusters every Friday. You're on it. How are we doing our doorbuster thing?
I'm literally getting doorbusters right now in my slippers. Deals and doorbusters all season at Best Buy. True comfort camp.
Cade Cunningham, green grass to 99. That will be for Kevin and the Yankees.
New York strawberry cheesecake. That's stuff.
And here's Boston Bateman. That will be going to Robert and the Padres. Second round pick. So the last Mexican place had a success with food trucks, but they tried a restaurant, kept the food truck prices, and the people didn't want to pay those prices. But they would for the food truck? I guess they're thinking, I'll pay more for the truck to come to me, or a location convenient to me. What's like the demographics of your town? I mean, are there like people that are looking to hang out at a bar? Are there a lot of people in their 20s and 30s who are like, man, we need a place to go watch college football all day long? Here is a Christian Campbell. There's the number right there, to 99. That die cut to 99 is pretty cool. Red Sox, that's going to be Darren McKenzie. Red Sox are probably still, they were ready and willing to pay Juan Soto up to a certain point, so maybe they've got some money to play with. There's Jamie Ferrer, 20 out of 50 for the Twins. It's going to go to Zach Gwynn. Gwynn Twin. And there's Cam Caminetti. Zach Sullivan and the Braves. Cousin of Ken Caminetti. All right, another box. Niners need to stop here if they want to if they want to help all the people who have Niners -3. What an ugly game. Rams 9, Niners 6. First half had a lot of rain. I think that jammed people up, but the Niners don't have any more timeouts. It's 4th down, but no, I guess play clock 25, game clock 45, so you might have 20 some odd seconds to run a play or two. So Rex says his town, about 4,500 people, white and Hispanic mostly. The thing around here is there are a lot of little small surrounding towns that don't have businesses. So those towns go to your town. Got it. And the other bigger cities are further away. Interesting. So your town might be like a bit of a hub. So yeah, maybe a sports bar would work. Maybe from people out of town would be like, yeah, you know, let's go shopping here. Let's grab some groceries. Let's grab some dinner at the sports bar and watch the game. Watch a little Monday Night Football before we head back home. So maybe that would work. I mean, obviously it'll come down to the competency of the people running the restaurant too, but on the surface, I feel like it could work then. Oh, they're in field goal. Oh, they're well within field goal range. All right, there's Trey Snyder, 108 out of 150 for the Metropolitans. That'll be for James. Here's another Caglione for the Royals, for Matthew. There's Yoendry Vargas, Aqua Wave, 48 out of 125. Vipple and the Dodgers. Here's Parker Smith, Astros auto for David. David M. won the Astros in the filler. Logan, what's up? Logan just saying Purdy was a little overrated. Maybe can't win when down a few players. No one was mistaking him for like Peyton Manning though, right? There are very few quarterbacks who can play well without, you know, some of their top players. Vladimir Asensio, 247 out of 499. I think Brock Purdy's a player that works perfectly for the Niners, but maybe not for a lot of other teams. Here's Blake Larson, 76 out of 125, Lunar. Going to Rick and the White Sox. Yeah, I mean, I don't know. I guess restaurateurs come from a lot of different backgrounds. I suppose if you're starting your first restaurant, maybe the sports bar and grill is the easiest. I mean, you're not running fine dining, right? I don't know, but ideally it'd be someone who's been in the food industry, has experience there, knows how to hire people, and has run a good restaurant or two before. This one's a little different. Look at that. That one's actually numbered to 250. Travis Bazzana. A refractor, maybe? But a different parallel right here. That's going to be for Zach and the Guardians. Cleveland, this is for you. One last thing. Niners fans never cheer all year. Seems weird. We're losing so we don't cheer. Bunch of bums, he says. Here's Griffin Burkholder, 39 out of 100. Any Niners fans want to respond to this slander? I think from just anecdotal evidence, people say that a lot of these NFL teams that move into new stadiums price out the real fans. I've heard that argument with Dallas, Las Vegas. Some have even said that about Levi Stadium. Caden says, I love baseball cards. Me too. Yeah, I mean, it's cool to have something new in town. Hopefully it'll work out. You don't have to drink. You like food, right? You like food like sports? That'd be cool. Here's John Spikerman. Phillies. John with John. All right, another one. All right, another box coming up, and that gilded filler is down to 14. Bar food's good, just double the price, Logan. It's double the price of what? Like if you cooked a burger at home? Yeah, I mean, it's always cheaper at home. The bar food, I suppose you're paying, are you paying for atmosphere at that point? Pay for all the TVs? Oh, Rex is thinking that there'll be a little drunk shopping. You've done that before. It's dangerous, Rex. I can attest that maybe doing a little day drinking and then ending up at the grocery store before you go home. You know, you're like, this will ward off the hangover. Oh, this looks delicious. All right. Another box. Good luck. There's Tampa Bay Rays Theo Gillen, 64 out of 199. So, Paul, what's going on? Paul has a question for me. When I ask Paul questions, he doesn't answer, but he always demands answers from me. Yeah, go for it, Paul. Of any other restaurant, but you're in Utah. Yeah, I think those sports bars have to. Don't they have to pay an extra licensing thing or something like that? If you run a bar and you want to have a bunch of TVs that get all the games and stuff like that. We got Bryce Eldridge to 200, 117 out of 200. When was the last time there were no touchdowns by both teams? Yeah, is it? I don't think that's happened this year, right? No, that's happened this year. Wasn't there like an early season Broncos game, maybe with Carolina or something, where there were only field goals exchanged? Ooh, look at that! It's the die cut auto. I kind of teased this early in the break that we might see one of these. 25 out of 25, Chase Burns. No, sir, they're saying Boo Earns. That's going to go to Jose and the Reds. Are you saying Boo or Boo Earns? Boo! I was saying Boo Earns. There's Ty Pete to $4.99. Paul, do you have an answer for us, or were you wondering if I knew? I don't know off the top of my head. Steve Kelly. Not sure if Paul was asking because he was curious or Paul was asking for trivia purposes. This is the part where Paul leaves the stream, doesn't pay off the answer, and then we're just like, okay. Jack Caglione. Die cut, Royals, Matthew. So two nice die cuts. Oh, you were asking. All right. Does anyone? That's actually a good question. Anyone have an idea of when? Someone look that up. Someone use whatever AI generated assistant software you may have on your mobile device. You know. Hey Siri, when's the last time there were no touchdowns in an NFL game? Doo-doo. Alexa, when was the last time there were no touchdowns in an NFL regular season game? Someone smart speaker is going to wake up and tell them. Hey Gemini. When was the last time there were no touchdowns in a regular season NFL game? Here's Henrik Hernandez, 392 out of 499. Was it last week? I don't recall, Rex, but I will do a recap at the end of this, so we'll see if there were any. Braves, that's going to go to Zach Sullivan. Yeah, that Brock Purdy interception jammed up my Niners -3. I don't want to watch local news. Where else? What should we flip to here? Maybe I'll watch Doctor Strange in the Multiverse of Madness. We watched the first Doctor Strange the other night. Oh, well, there you go, Paul. Logan's got the answer for you. Titans, Jaguars. No touchdowns. There's Philnine Celestin to 150. Frank's Alexa just answered me. Miami versus Jets, Week 18, 2022.
A desecration of reality, say. Dream walking shows
Thanks, smart speaker.
from there.
There's your answer, Paul.
Possessing the body.
I fact checked it. I don't know if Logan's right or for Alexa's right. Who knows?
The possession is not but in the fleeting time they bring.
We're getting there, folks. We're getting there. I'll be honest with you. I am dragging a little bit. This is at the end of my week. Close to the end of the evening. And there's Connor Griffin. That's going to be for Sonny and the Pirates. Won his way in. That's their 9th overall pick. I think people who have been buying the Pirates in our draft breaks said they were really looking forward to seeing that guy in action. And we got a couple Jack Caglianones. Yeah, Paul's reminding that the Jaguars had a touchdown by Tank Bigsby last week. Caglione was a refractor, by the way. That's going to go to Matthew and the Royals. Oh, yeah, Alexa's only barely smarter than you, Logan. Don't worry about it. Don't worry about it. Alexa's not going to take over the world. All right, second to last box. We're getting there. If you want to get another thing going tonight, folks, that Gilded is stuck at 14. I think we got it down to 14 maybe a couple of these jumbo boxes ago. If we can get that into single digits, we might see that break sooner rather than later. I mean, we do still have plenty of time this evening, but it's just that if we get that Gilded done soon, then maybe we can get something else going before the end of the night. There you go, Paul. Good crowdsourcing there. We got some help from Logan, Alexa. Nicely done. Watch out, Elizabeth Olsen. Another restaurant thing. Fort Wayne got its first Raisin Cane's. Have I ever been to one? I think there aren't too many out here in Southern California, but I have had it before. I think one opened up within the last year or two, relatively recently. I don't think I've had anything other than their chicken strip. I've only had it once. As far as chicken strips go, they're pretty good. It's better than any other fast food chicken strips. And to be frank, I think I don't think a lot of sports bars or other diner type places really do chicken strips very well. But Raisin Cane's we're about it. So they do a good job with it. I think they have good sauces too. Maybe some good dips. Here's a purple lunar. Carter Johnson to 199. I love the lunar parallels. That's going to be for the Fish, Sonny, with the Miami Marlins. Jack Caglione. I guess these are base. I guess that other Bazana one that we top loaded had more of that refractory look and therefore was numbered. Right, they do have Texas toast or extra thick slice of garlic bread, which is pretty good. It's Jackson Wentworth to $4.99. Here's Brian Brazoban, purple chrome, 65 out of 250. Sonny with the Pirates. I don't know if it was I don't know if Jason still. I want to say that when I think it was Raising Cane's, where when the Raising Cane's opened, they were like the first 100 people in line on opening day got like a special card that gave you a free Raising Cane meal once a week or something like that as like an opening day promo. Which I thought was pretty cool. Griff O'Farrell, Orioles. That's going to be for Joe Hauer and the O's. That's exactly, Logan. In Texas, they just call it toast. In France, they just call them fries. Rex likes a place where they get you Texas type toast and then give you a gravy dip for them. That sounds terrible. Or just way too heavy.
I mean, the dark hole spells. You are the sorcerer supreme. Tell me what you know. Not
And there's Casey Soki. White Sox. That's going to go to Rick. And the White Sox. 4th round pick. More Jack Caglione.
No one has survived the journey.
perhaps we will be the exception.
Monday.
What if I had the cool catchphrase like "Eat this camera"? Check out the humans.
All right, 3rd stack, and then on to the last box.
4 Love and Thunder. Monday at 7:30. Followed by the series finale. What you do in the shadows.
We got a Travis Bazana, blue paper, 43 out of 150. Cleveland, this is for you. And Zach Sullivan.
This is the one. Look at this dress. You look so
Top prospect, went number 1 overall. Kyle Teal to 125, 43 out of 125. He just got traded for Crochet, for Garrett Crochet. A Sox trade. So he was a 14th overall pick and one of the top Red Sox prospects. So let's see how that trade works out.
small parts you need. Guaranteed to fit every time. Easy.
Fall asleep to your favorite sounds. Because build your own sleep needs and wake up relaxed. It's the #1 app for falling asleep.
I don't need that sleep app commercial right now. I'm getting sleepy. Get that commercial out of here.
There's something going around the corner. Lieutenant Gertrude found Delson.
And here's Cash Mayfield. Do 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 do. 173 out of 199. Late first round pick for the Friars. That's going to be for Robert Runkle and Mayfield. Move on up. All right, 8th and final box. I actually need another shoe box for this break. So give me a second here.
Sinex, breathe.
It's not what's under the tree that matters. It's who's around it.
Yeah, Rex, it was. Jason said it was Raising Cane's. They're on one of the shops around here had a grand opening, and it's like the first X amount of people, will get like a meal a week for a year or something like that.
All right, ready, Jim?
I think they call it a year-long thing, but it was actually a meal a week. Yeah.
3, 2, 1. Rams.
No, we didn't get it. We didn't get it.
We have a
We didn't get it, Michael. We're tied. 0-1, 0-1. Last box. Thanks everybody for getting in, for making this happen. That gilded filler's still stuck at 14. That could be the next break we do after this. Yeah. I think it was like one combo meal. That's a good promo, though. It's a good restaurant promo. All right, final box, final 3 autos, and then we'll do a recap. Good luck, everybody. Jaspy Moose and U Building has another grand open. Maybe a free box or break a week for a year. Not sure if that works the same way as a restaurant, Rex. Cole Messina. Maybe we'd give away like a... maybe like we'll say, hey, here's... get a $20 gift card every week or something like that. I guess you can buy a blaster box every week. There's Dahl Joseph, 289 out of 499. There's Josua Lugo, 101 out of 200. Although we did do that promo. Remember that promo where this was a few years ago, where we gave away $12,000 of break credit. We sent $1,000 to somebody once a month. I guess we have done something like that. Here's a Braylon Doty. Cleveland, this is for you! And the Guardians and Zach Sullivan. That could be a good promo, honestly. Top person gets a box of all the new releases. All the new releases? So we're giving them like $1,000 flawless briefcase. $2,000 flawless, whatever those cost nowadays. Super Jumbo box. Big old Super Jumbo box. Bowman draft. The point of the meal a week is to try to is not only get you back in, but get you to bring others. Maybe you're sitting down at the restaurant, you're ordering with friends or something like that. Is that going to get someone to, maybe if someone gets a big hit, I suppose, out of a high-end box, they'll be like, we'll sell it and spend more money back at Jaspy's? It's Connor Griffin, 38 out of 199. How many baseball new releases? I don't know, a lot. 30? 25, 30 baseball new releases every year between Panini and Topps. Plus international editions and blaster editions and mega editions and all that sort of stuff. Yeah, maybe we'd make. Yeah, we'd have to make them come in and pick up the boxes. We're not shipping it to them. That'd be the way to get. Hey, could I interest you in some top loaders, some monster boxes, some additional boxes? It'd have to be a predetermined list of boxes, though. There's Grant Shepardson to 150. Fish, Sunny.
Masters of the mystic arts weren't meant to tread upon the forbidden grounds of Wonderborn.
Yeah, lost leaders is what we call them, Rex. But I don't know if we have enough margin on any of this stuff to really do any significant lost leaders. I guess we'll do sales sometimes. I think it's Black Friday is when we'll do something like that. I don't think we can afford to do that every month. There's Leo DeVries to 49. Turns out people need to go to a grocery store. People don't always need to go to a hobby shop. We're a little bit on. You have to think of us as a disposable income type spot, not an essential. But I like that you think we're an essential industry. There's Carter Holton, our final autograph, 224 out of 499. Refractor auto for Zach Sullivan and the Atlanta Bravos. Bravo, everybody. Thanks, everyone, for filling up this break. We're going to close out with a Travis Bazzana refractor for Zach Sullivan. I think a pretty solid break overall. Started off with a bang. A lot of numbered cards here. A lot of great stuff. Chasing after the future stars is what we love to do in Bowman Draft. Thanks, everybody. Here is the recap. Recap. I like those. That die cut auto is really sharp. That went to the Reds. That Travis Bazzana was numbered right there to 250. Another numbered die cut. Love the color that pops out of here. That's to 10. And we started off with that Jack Caglione. 150 out of 199. With Aqua Lava. And some decent penmanship there, too, with the Royals. And there you go, ladies and gentlemen. I'm Joe for JaspysCaseBreaks.com. Thanks for watching. Thanks for breaking with me. I will see you next time for the next baseball break. Bye-bye.